I didn't finish this. I always forget I gotta turn this one. Sixers. Already seen that. Where was I at?
He had to become a catch and shoot guy in order to stick around. Because it was the same.
That's a great player.
I gotta listen. In order for me to beat Melo, I gotta be able to jab step and motherfucker. I gotta. Same thing with Julius Randle. I gotta be able to put this body on your body, and I gotta be able. I'm saying, like, I gotta be able to get to this motherfucking left. Like, really, like, elite at it. Melo was elite at it when he was doing it, of course. Julius Randle's a really good, like, do, but it's,
take his time.
I got to.
Timberwolves back-to-back Western Conference Finals.
No, I get it, but
are 2-8.
But the reason they don't get over the top is because there's just plays in games. If you just look at series, there's plays in games that are made that takes you over the top, right? That extra swing, like, you know what I mean? Like Steph, right? Got that switch before, didn't do nothing with it. Then boom, like, there's plays that need to be made that's unselfish. And it's not made when you need them to be made. Sometimes, to get your 20, you got to give up the ball a couple more times. Right? I swing it, this swing, and I see a guy over there. They came hard here. Let me throw it there. Let him shoot that ball. So next time it happens, this guy stunts to go run there. Now I get to shoot this three. No, you have to give up some. You have to give up 5 points to get 10.
That's the great
Play the game within the game.
Yeah. Like Draymond,
play the game within
Draymond Green can get any three he wants at any time because he's been passed the ball so much in this game. He can take 10 wide open threes. He can make 8 in a row. They still gonna give him the next 2.
Backpack shot.
They still gonna give him the next 2. You know why?
The backpack.
Because they know he gonna do this.
Dribble in.
They know he's gonna do it.
Absolutely.
Programmed to do that. That's crazy. He's programmed to do that.
No, it's just what it is, man.
You need glue guys. You need glue guys. And they don't have a glue guy on the
sacrifice everything.
I love that a conversation about the Magic Sixers playing game shifted to a Timberwolves conversation.
Yeah, nobody talk about it.
No, I understand.
No.
But now, I love that. That's why I love this show.
Don't go back to Philly.
I talk about no Philly. Yo home to Bel Air. We have left Philly.
Philly got a chance to do what?
Yo home to Bel Air.
To play who? What are they playing? Without Joel?
Without the MVP? Trade Joel.
Without Joel?
That lineup is
So
nice.
you talking about they got a chance right now, but you want them to trade him?
Boston first round.
First of all,
But don't they have history of beef though, Boston and Philly?
no, that's not a history of beef.
Joel plays in those games.
Yeah, but it is history.
No, it's not.
It's history. Don't they have
it's not history. If getting your ass whooped every time I
Whooping
see
their
you
ass every
is
time.
history,
But didn't it go 7?
I don't give a fuck what it went. Have they beat him yet? No. That was when he was
In order
healthy.
for it to be a rivalry, the other team got to win some.
They matched up good.
No, they don't. They ain't matched up
Paul
with
George, Jason Tatum, similar. You got a bunch of long people.
Yeah, they had Jimmy Butler, they had Ben Simmons, they done had everybody trying to run up in Boston. Got their head beat in every single time. It don't back. That's why the meeting process, it's still processing.
That lineup matches up.
You don't
got
think
PG, Kelly Oubre,
Jimmy Butler,
what Pete?
Ben Simmons, the defensive Ben Simmons, the real Ben Simmons.
First team
all defense Ben Simmons.
Him.
They done had all that going into Boston.
Simmons don't score though.
Man, you did everything.
Then,
But you got a janky leg Tatum.
yeah, Huh?
What you mean? Tatum.
Philly got a guy with he got appendicitis, gingivitis, sinusitis. He got all the sinuses.
It's time to get rid of
He got all the sinuses. Right? He going to
Well, let's leave Philly and we'll head over to Bel Air.
And you know what's so funny? I understand what Philly's going through. Oh, because as much as I would want to trade him, I don't think I can. I don't think I would be able to be on the phone and then have a conversation of trading him.
Stop seeing the scoring.
You're like, if you're gonna go down, you're gonna go down here. I ain't gonna let you leave and go have a better life. No, you're gonna take my cheating ways. You're not gonna go with another man. He gonna treat you good. Sit your ass there. Hey, baby, I'm sorry. I'll do everything you need me to do.
You don't want to be there no more.
Yeah, that's
in the NBA.
Yeah, you gonna ride this one out, brother.
It's going.
I know. You gonna ride this one out,
You
brother.
gonna ride it out,
I know
baby.
this shit rough. Hey, put the seatbelt on, goddammit. Hey.
Shit, we've been riding with you.
You've been riding with me. Remember, big drive. Move over, goddammit. Hey, put the seatbelt on. Get comfortable.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a fast, rough ride, young
I've traded everybody for you.
Tommy Max is driving this bitch now. It's gonna be a fast, rough ride, damn it.
It's gonna be fast. It's gonna be fast. We're gonna be moving.
Let's keep this thing moving. We got some breaking news coming from Shams. So the NBA, NBPA have ruled in favor of Luka Doncic and Cade Cunningham on their extraordinary circumstances challenge for the 65-game award rule, making both eligible for all 2025-2026 season honors, including MVP and all NBA teams. Luka appeared in 64 games, won his second scoring title, averaging 34 points, 8 assists, 8 rebounds. Slovenian Jesus missed 2 games back in December to travel to his homeland for the birth of his daughter. He missed the final 5 games of the regular season with a hamstring injury he suffered against the Thunder. Cade appeared in 64 games, averaged 24 points, 10 assists, and 6 rebounds, helping Detroit take the top spot in the East and reach 60 wins for the first time since 2006. Cunningham missed 11 games after suffering a collapsed lung early in the game against the Wizards on March 17th, but returned faster than expected for the Pistons' final 3 games of the regular season. Anthony Edwards played in 61 games this season, also filed a challenge. His case was advanced to an independent arbitrator.
That's crazy.
Denied.
I hate the black man.
So he's not eligible for awards.
I hate this black man. What are you talking about?
He fouled
He had a dream too, man.
He fouled it wrong. No.
He had a dream.
No. If he would have had 64
that's-
games, he would have had a better chance. He had 61.
He got runner's knee. Runner's knee.
That man dealing with runner's knee as well.
What the fuck is runner's knee, man?
He been running.
I deal with
Jumper's knee, they probably just changed it. You just changed the name of it?
Probably.
Tendonitis?
I deal with Walker's knee.
Tendonitis?
That's what it
I
has.
think they gotta be.
How many games he got? 61? But one of them games he played like 15 minutes, so they didn't count it.
You get 2 like 15 to 20
He got
minute
2 of
games.
those.
The shit just
He got 2 of those, so he really got like
that shit is too
63
confusing.
games. He got
Wemby
like
played 64, but he played the NBA Cup Championship, no stats, and that game don't count
But the game,
for the regular season, but the game count.
Listen, I'm sure they'll figure it out by next year.
they're going to have to.
They'll figure it out by next year.
But Gil, what's your reaction to the league ruling in favor of Luka and Cade Cunningham, allowing them both to be eligible for all NBA teams this season?
I love it. I love the idea of flexibility, right? You're putting something on to the players, and the idea of you have first-team All-NBA players in these performances, and they miss this, and the person that's going to replace them is not in the same category, right? That is a hard pill to swallow for an athlete, right? I missed it by 1 game. I'm leading the league in scoring. Now, number 2 gets to be number 1 because he played 1 more game, right? It's just one of those things where that 65 and that 64, it can be just black and white, right? So I'm glad they used the gray area here and found a way to make it right so everything kind of falls in line. Like, because you got to remember, with so many people out, these are first teamers. These are first. We're not talking about third team. We're talking about the first team. So that means people are getting awards that they didn't earn, and they really didn't earn. And they can just be, I can get it over you, and I just have 1 game, but your stats are just dominating mine. like we were on the same planet, and I just didn't like the idea. So I appreciate that they kind of like, made an adjustment. Because to me, like when I first heard about it, and I jump into owner's standpoint. Do I like it or not? How does it benefit me? How can I rip out Rolex? I want to, you know what I mean?
Well, you like it when it benefits you.
I'm just trying to figure out, so that's how I think, okay, how can this benefit me? Because obviously, that's what I want. As an owner, right? And it's little things like this. I'm gonna sit you out a little bit longer, right? If I don't want you to get this super max, I gotta do things behind the scene to make sure you don't get it. That will be my stance.
But not in this case, though. Not with them. You want to sign them for whatever.
No.
I'm about to say, not with them.
Them two
talking about though.
Right? Because now you're talking about like someone like Duran.
That was my point. So this move actually helps the Pistons. Cade already got his bread. He's going to make the All-NBA team. Duran was kind of one of those fringe guys, essentially being able to make a third team. with those two now making it, seems like he has the potential to get pushed out.
Yes,
the Pistons
but that's the
save money.
thing. He could possibly get pushed out. Now you're gonna have the same thing with Memphis had. You got Jaren Jack. You got Duran making the team. Now he unlocks Supermax. Now he a Supermax player.
Still gonna get 220, 240.
That's cool. Hey, I hear you, but I like that 145 though. He get his 220. I know. He get his 220 just like Austin. I want you at 210, but I don't. But the problem is, first team. I don't want you. That's the thing. I don't want you arguing for 350 and you pushing that number, and I'm sitting here trying to make a decision.
Now who gets it?
Ant-Man should have made it too. He's third leading scorer in the NBA.
61 games.
61 games.
But there's no insinuating circumstances that he had to deal with. Right? There was trust. Go look. No. Go look how many games. So are there some games before he had runner's knee, right? Or there's some games before he had runner's knee that he set out, right? Are there some games? I had to look.
79, 70.
But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this year right here, Nick.
But that's all.
This season right here. Are there some games that he could have played that he didn't play? If there are, you have to. So that's my thing with it, right? So we talked about this before, right? If you're available to play, play. Because at any given time, something can happen.
Yep.
Cade Cunningham, collapse lung, like puncture lung, like you don't think some shit like that gonna happen? Like you fall on somebody, fall on you, puncture. So you got to play every game that's available, in my opinion.
So let me just read. Shams released a statement from Anthony Edwards, business manager. I said, Anthony and I appreciate the PA appealing his case. For me personally, I'm a bit confused at the clemency for Cade, who missed time for something that happened on the court, and not Ant, who missed time for an infection. But ultimately, you already know Ant isn't tripping over it at all. He wasn't mad.
Infection? When he missed game, which games was that?
I think
if he had some of those games, cool.
That's why I feel
I'd have been like, man, you see my baby mama, like, oh damn. This is a headache right here. Every time I score a goddamn bucket, you want to talk. Get rid of this. You know what I mean? Shit, you gotta do something for me. I'm definitely using that.
I'm not tripping at all.
It's like in the past, I look at it like this.
He ain't tripping.
I look at it like this, and it will suck to do it, but it has to be considered.
Yeah.
Today's rules, or the rules that's evolved, the record books have to be evolved too. Meaning, if you look at someone like Isaiah Thomas, right? He don't have a bunch of all NBAs because they only had 2 then. Right?
So should they go back and take those votes and extend it to 3 teams?
I would have to, because history is on it. Because now, remember, all NBA is all NBA. So now you got a player here, he can have 14, 13 all NBAs. They're going to put, as a guard, they're going to push him in front of Isaiah Thomas, which they will be 0 in Isaiah Thomas's time. Just like first teams, right, where you have, I think Shaquille O'Neal was MVP. He was runner-up to MVP, but made second team All-NBA because obviously the person in front of him is a center too. Because they changed it now because of the Joel Embiid, but that happened all in the 90s. The best players was big, so you got top 3 MVP, one is in the third team.
You may have benefited because you played a weaker position in the league.
Yeah, so it's like I don't want to. It's hard taking something away from somebody who wasn't there, but it's like, man, it's just history is not what it really is. Because now you can put 2 centers.
But has it ever been? Then is the ultimate question, right? We sit here and debate all these accolades.
I would have never changed that because the big man who fought and the big mans who were elite fighting for MVPs. You're talking about David Robinson, Hakeem, Shaquille O'Neal when they were battling, Patrick Ewing when they were battling, Alonzo Mourning when they were battling. Remember, some of these guys were top 10 players in the league, didn't make the team because 3 centers was in front of them. Now, those guys are second teams. So a lot of those guys didn't get all NBAs and won't have it on their resume because of the rules that were then, but these guys get it now. and it kind of helps arguments when we're talking about these things. Just like Bill Russell in the Finals MVPs, we don't know how many he would have actually won if it existed then, or blocks. Because I can tell you from history, the block champ or the quadruple double champ is Bill Russell. I mean, not Bill Russell, but Will Chamberlain. He will be technically the real one because he was averaging, 14 blocks a game.
That shit crazy.
You know what I mean? So come on, like
20.
because certain things wasn't in then.
44, 30, and 20.
So we talked about the 65 games thing a lot, but you look at, I think Ant-Man played close to like 300 more minutes in the regular season than somebody like Wemby. Should it be minutes including that? Then you got Bruce Brown, right? Played all 82 games, but not eligible.
So what this allows them to do now, you can keep your 65, right? Whatever, if they're gonna keep the 65, they have to keep the 65. But that fine print up underneath the sub, they have to expand. They have to evaluate that, right? The different things now, right? Minutes played, like certain things, right? If you have to average 42 minutes a night and you play 61 games, then that's a different conversation, right? So now the bottom lines are
300 minutes more.
Then Wemby.
see that's what I'm so.
Yeah, see now
That's
players,
crazy.
like if you're a player, you're
I
arguing
understand that, right? I'll fight for Anthony Edwards in that
Yeah.
regard. Right now, his 61 games, he played 300 more minutes than the guy that played 6. I'm with you,
You're
right?
gonna argue.
I'm going to fight for him in that regard with that. Yeah, because he
Wemby
got
was 1866 and 2137.
Yeah.
Minutes with and stuff.
right.
They played low.
So they playing 35 minutes a game. Wemby playing like 29,
So that
28, 29.
I take that in. So now you have to take that into consideration with the arbitration thing.
Because
Now.
every 8 games I'm playing is sent.
So what's the
48
NBA
minutes.
all first team then? Now that they're
Oh, you played too?
You got Jokic, Wemby, SGA.
No. You got
Jokic, Wemby,
You
SGA.
put Jalen Brown? No Jalen Brown?
I don't think
Okay.
you think it's
You got Jokic, Wemby,
5 people.
Jokic, Wemby, SGA seems like the locks.
Joker, K, Jalen.
Okay, hold on.
Slow down.
There's only one position that 2 people can fit. Luka is one.
No,
He's one of them.
second round. He got
You crazy as hell.
Yeah,
The leading scorer in the NBA. In the top 1. Wemby 1.
But Jalen Brown did
Wemby
more
1.
impressive.
Yeah, okay. You led the league averaging 33 is more impressive than me?
Jalen
Okay.
Brown did
you going?
more impressive.
No, what you did before
Shea-
Tatum came was impressive.
Shea, Nikola, Luka,
And Wemby.
Wemby,
Are locked.
and Cade.
I'm going.
The Cade,
Jalen Brown interchange.
They're gonna fight for it. They're gonna fight for it.
Jalen Brown interchange.
No, I think Luka.
I think they might go with Cade just because I picked the first 60.
You're gonna go with
Because they got first.
You're gonna go with Cade
But they first.
because
Nike
everything they've done,
Yeah.
from where they came to what they've done this whole
And
season,
they first in the
you're gonna probably get
Luka's
it.
And they first in the
Well, Hey, Nike guy signature shoe.
Luka's second team to me.
I know he's
He led
second
the league in scoring.
but I'm just letting you know what is
He
gonna
led
happen.
the league in scoring.
Jalen Brown, what Jalen Brown did is more impressive to me, I think.
No, it's
I
more
would put
impressive.
Jalen Brown first team as Luka.
I'm not fighting.
said that last time.
I'm not fighting with Jalen Brown being in. I'm
said
Jalen
that
Brown
last
or
time.
Cade, I'm like, great.
Yeah.
Right? Either one, first team, everybody's like, great. Oh, I know I'm like, great. Either, I'm not.
But which one? If it gotta be, if they both trying to get into the club.
Who would be second
But
team?
you're the bouncer at the
Alright,
club.
say
They
Luka
both
make
pull up.
first team.
Well, the thing
Luka
that
say
separates
Luka make first
they
team. Who's
make
second
first.
team?
I mean, you got to go Jalen Brown.
Jalen Brown.
They made first. They finished first in the conference.
So you
I
said
got
they
it.
finished first, but I can tell you Celtics finished second without Tatum. Like,
Without
Both have an argument.
I'm just saying.
Did they finish second without Tatum?
Yeah.
Or did
For
Tatum
the bulk of the season.
Or did Tatum come back and
They
help
still
them
finished.
clinch second?
Yeah, that's
But
what
they,
You got to remember.
He still had 40 points in those
What I'm saying
games.
is,
And when Cade was down, the Pistons were like 8-4, whatever it was, so they held on to. I'm just saying, they still held on to.
Both have an argument, dog.
You're not.
I don't care either way, but I'm just saying, like,
Tatum coming back, giving a little energy and helping, didn't help Jalen Brown's argument to win something. Because now you got another player that's impacting winning, and it's just not solely on you anymore. Right? And that will change a voter's mind. Right? K didn't get nothing new.
But they
He didn't get nothing new.
the team
Right?
still.
Shea didn't get nothing new. They lost a player. You got back a player.
But they
Right? So
still
like if
winning.
let's say 20 games ago,
Jason Tatum.
no, OKC. Jalen Williams comes back and he's putting in that work and they're helping him win, it'll win against Shea a little bit.
No.
It does. It does because you're counting it before the wins counted for you by
You can't
yourself.
say that one way, and then when it goes to Murray and Joker, when Joker's out now, Murray's an all-NBA player now because he's kept the flow of winning.
Yeah.
He's never still won when Joker was out. So when Joker come back, so Murray don't be the same guy. Murray don't be the same guy.
Was he first or just all NBA?
Oh, he's gonna be all NBA. He was all-star this year. So he don't be that. Even though Joker come back, they still stay the same.
Okay, now think of it in reality. Was he that when Joker was there?
Still the same.
No, was he there? But he wasn't considered that guy. When Joker left, he takes on the load and he's showing that he's this type of player. He got the attribute.
The team still wins.
Yes, he's winning. And he's by himself looking great. It's the same thing with Jaylen Brown, but reversed. He's looking great, and then the player comes back.
So
it's not so like what's the name? It didn't help. It didn't help his case. Just like when Murray was there with them and he was doing the same thing, no one looked at him.
So Pistons were 13-5 without Cade this season. Celtics were 9-2 without Jaylen Brown this season. So I'm just like, it seems like it's a wash.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not because 9-2. Who looked better when Cade was out?
But Jaylen Brown played the bulk of the season without Jason Tatum, and still has the Celtics.
His numbers are still.
I'm in the conversation because of what I'm doing. Jason Tatum got here. I'm in the conversation because I'm holding the fort down. Right? I'm by myself. That means I'm getting everything by myself. Now when we're talking about 3, 4, and I'm in that conversation top 5, and then Jason Tatum comes back and he's putting in his work. You gotta remember when Jason Tatum came back, who was the star? Who was people talking about? Jason Tatum. So the sun is being taken away from me. I'm not getting watered as much as I was.
But we're number 2.
While everybody is still getting the same amount of water. Wemby's getting more water. Shea's getting more water. Jokic is getting his water. My water is being dimmed because Tatum came back.
No, they're still the same spot, and I'm still got the same numbers.
Numbers are consistent.
Nothing changed. We're still number 2. My number's still the same.
Your numbers are still the same.
20 games shouldn't deter. Well, niggas thought I was gonna be in the lottery. Now I'm number 2.
Your numbers are still the
Say
same.
number 2. Like that's
Again.
What affects that? How did that affect 20 games when in the 60 games is the 65 games that's the limit?
Yeah.
And that amount of games I was number 2.
Yes. Yes.
He comes back, I'm still number 2, and my number's still the same. The drop off they come like when Joker came, when Murray dropped off, and Joker went back to number 1. No, Brown stayed at number 1. Tatum trying to find his way. He act like he came back as Joker, still averaging triple-double. They was out there trying to find his way.
Who?
Jason Tatum. Joker came back and I'm still Joker. I'm the triple-double king.
But he was already in front. You're missing the point. This is not about Jokic. When Jokic was there's no Murray. No one's talking about Murray. Murray made his name when Joker's out. So Murray looked good. Now think about Brown. Brown looks good.
Yeah, it's like Murray.
Now does Murray look good when Joker's back?
Doing the same thing.
But he's doing the same
Brown's doing the same
I'm
thing.
asking you a question. Murray's doing the same thing, but are people talking about Murray now?
He might be 13, yes.
He might be.
He's an all-star.
He should make
It changed
though.
now because we're talking about Jokic as the MVP, just like Tatum, right? Tatum comes back, the media is talking about Tatum, and Tatum is this, and Tatum's coming back, and this and this. So you're not giving the sunshine to Brown like you were before.
When Tatum come back, it made them talk about them in a contender way, like they gonna make the finals. They ain't talking about they're talking about Jaylen Brown still Jaylen Brown.
Just say that.
There are contenders.
He comes back.
They're contenders. Like Joker come back, they're contenders. I don't get how one could make somebody else fall and the other one raise somebody else up.
But they were still in the contender talk even without Jason Tatum. In terms of the East, you got a top 2 team in the East. I'm just saying.
How about this? Where's Brown at now? in the MVP voting.
I think he fell out.
He's been doing the same thing, right? He's been balling, they've been winning, but where is he at?
I think, let me see, there was only they don't exactly update it during the postseason. He was still top 5
around here.
Please, 4.
as a.
Nobody wants Jalen. Be honest, nobody wants Jalen
As of March
Brown to win
27th, let me
the
double check.
MVP and be the face of the NBA. Jalen Brown, just the controversy he stays in.
But I don't want to, just where was he before Tatum came and where is he at? Because
It's 5. He's staying in the 5 range.
He was still in the up to the last one that they released.
what was the last one?
The last one had Wemby at 1, SGA 2, Jokic 3, Luka 4.
What was the that's
But
the one you
once
mentioned.
somebody
Luka 3,
jumped
Luka
in
4.
It was Luka 4, Jalen Brown 5.
Wemby jumped out of nowhere though. Wemby wasn't in the discussion in the beginning. He
No, he
jumped out of nowhere though. That's what I'm saying. Of course somebody else gonna go back because this guy jumped in the conversation.
Wemby's been 4 or 5 the whole time.
No, Wemby ain't never.
I'm just
Nobody was
saying,
talking about Wemby in the
He's,
beginning.
no, hold on. No, he's
I'm just saying it's just
consistently been in the top 5.
when someone comes back, if it's the best player or another star, it just dims your light just a little bit.
It's just gonna suck because he has been playing like
You know what I mean? He's been playing first team All NBA. That's not the question. The question is, was he All NBA? He was playing first team All NBA.
Yeah, he was. It's just those other 2 guys.
But they look at it in like those his last 10, 15 games, everybody like, oh well, they get to make their excuse. Oh yeah, Tatum helping you a little bit,
15
finished
games.
off right. That's what.
March 18.
It's a voter.
I mean, Tatum's have some games.
Since March
It's a voter. So what do voters do?
I think April 3rd might have been the last one. It was
Since March 18.
I mean, if he's not 14, he's definitely
32, 30, 29, 31, 29, 43, 26, 26, 35.
Did you hear about it?
Man, that
You're not
didn't
listening.
change. That's what I'm saying.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Yes, you heard about it.
Hear
Be
about
like
it, or
Boston
did you-
is scary.
Or did you hear about
Yes.
Tatum and his performance?
No, we heard about Boston Celtics about
Again,
to be in the
come on.
finals.
Who did you hear about? You just read those numbers. But when we hear in the media stuff, they're giving you the update. Not on who's been balling the whole time. You're giving the update on Tatum's performance. It's taken away Jalen's thing. Just like Jokic comes back and they're talking about 65 games and triple doubles, and it just took away what Murray's doing. And that's all I'm saying. So when you're voting for something, I forget you easily because another name came.
To be 13 for the first time.
We'll see.
Who's the second team? Kawhi?
Kawhi,
early conversation.
Jalen, or what's the name?
Oh, Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Brunson.
Brunson, that's 3.
I mean, probably Jalen Brown too.
Kawhi Leonard gonna make all NBA.
Kawhi, Donovan, Brunson, that's 3.
KD, so-
Jalen Brown or Luka,
Kevin
4.
Durant,
Kevin Durant.
KD, so-
Jalen Duran.
So 3 should be what? Ant-Man should be in 3 at least.
No, he can't. He can't.
He ain't qualified,
He
really.
can't redo it.
Doesn't qualify.
No, he doesn't qualify.
Redo it. I'm about to keep sitting in there and asking.
You got
Fuck, I played how many more game minutes?
I'm gonna keep redoing it.
I'm gonna redo it.
Jamal Murray's all NBA, man. 30,
He has to. So Jamal Murray moved.
KD.
Third team all NBA.
Yeah, Jalen Duran.
13.
Yeah.
So all these people move in now.
Oh shit,
Tyrese
Tyrese
Maxey.
Maxey.
I
You got
forgot.
Jalen Johnson, who had
I
a.
forgot
So
Tyrese
now
Maxey
you
is definitely in
moving Booker and fucking.
You're a year away.
I'm gonna say he
So
can
now Demi take
Nah,
Wimmy what spot?
First team, nigga.
Demi from Portland.
I know, I get it,
Take
but I'm saying,
no. I'm taking
Ant-Man
Durant
spot.
over Jalen Johnson right now.
You gotta go Demi. Demi gonna make it now. Demi.
Yo, that third team.
He's not making all NBA team.
I'm just.
Third, think about it.
Jimmy Alvin is not making all NBA team.
I got Tyrese Maxey making the second.
He's not making all NBA team this year.
You don't
Second
think so?
team is Maxey, Brunson,
We don't-
Donovan,
One Cade or Jalen Brown is going to make
and,
all
and Kawhi. That's 5.
They're gonna make
So that's 10. So the next is you said
Denny
center
Alvin's not.
from
Let's go with the guarantees. The guarantee will be
Top.
KD,
Kevin Durant. He's making second team or third team.
Kawhi,
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi.
Jalen Brunson. Third? I'm just saying second or third team. I'm either one. I'm just talking the best of the rest.
So that
That
third.
didn't make first team, right?
Think about that.
Jamal Murray.
Tyrese
That third
Maxey,
team
Jamal
gonna be
Murray, KD, Kawhi Leonard, Jalen Brown or Cade.
That third
Right?
is gonna be nasty.
Booker.
Devin
Booker got to make it now. See, that's
No, not making now. Devin Booker. I mean,
No, he wouldn't have made
it.
it.
All depends on shit. Oh, no, the votes is already in.
Yeah.
So Demi got to make it too.
James Harden, Donovan Mitchell,
I don't know if Booker's eligible. Let me 64
Booker-
games.
Booker-
He booked 64. Let me see if he's
64 games. So if he's not eligible, then
He
but just think
played
about it, right?
something.
Then you got Duran. I ain't counted him yet.
James not eligible. James Harden.
Yeah, ineligible. Booker, D. Booker only played 64.
Okay, well them two now, so them take that's two more spots. So that increases your guy chance, Nick.
That's what I said. You got to make it.
Without them two guys.
You got that's
That
crazy,
increases
bro.
your
It's
chance.
gonna
That
be
increases.
crazy. It's gonna be nasty work, bro.
Duran.
Yeah.
That helps all of them.
That's gonna be nasty
Yeah.
work, bro.
Murray. That's the third team.
I think Jamal Murray is a lot no matter what. I think Jamal Murray is a lot for third team All
I
NBA.
see that.
But it does help that Anthony Edwards is out, Booker's out.
Absolutely. That helps his case. Because they will be on
Now
second
you gotta
team no
put
matter what.
the mellow
Shit,
ball.
would have helped a lot of people's cases.
Now you
if
got
those
the
other two
mellow
were there.
ball.
Just what
It would have been some other.
Yeah.
No LaMelo.
Luka and
You got to remember the votes.
if Luka and K was out, it would have been whoa.
The votes is done the week before the season's over with.
I think I don't know, right? Because we had to wait for Luka.
It's possible that
No.
third
They got the two they put in, and they're just gonna remove those two. But the vote was already in.
I think vote has to be after the regular season ends, unless I'm
I get it.
Is after or be? Isn't it like a week so they wouldn't? So the last game can't. I thought it was like
Jalen
before the last
Johnson
game.
from
You got a shot?
So last game
That
is
third team
Sunday.
gonna be
I think
crazy.
they're
He has a
voting.
shot.
That's what I'm saying. That third team gonna be crazy. But
Actually, I know
Murray
they probably get the
controlling
ballots in
that.
advance. I don't know
If
what
I
it
had
used
to
to be.
pick Jalen Duran or Jalen Johnson for third team, I'm going Jalen Duran because what he impacted when Cade was out. He is, and I'm gonna give him that nod over Jalen Johnson. I mean,
You put
for that, but
do you put Towns in it?
no,
He played 75 games.
I don't.
He could. I mean, hey, he could.
I ain't gonna lie.
He
He
could.
gotta put. He's a regular,
Listen,
so
I can tell you this.
It's a possibility.
they will put him over. Yeah, it's a regular.
It's a
That's
great
I
possibility.
can tell you
It's
this.
a great possibility.
As an owner, if I'm Portland, that it looks good if it's two Knicks in it.
nah. I like dude.
It looks good if it's two Knicks.
I like dude from Portland.
I know, I like him. I like him too.
They better pay.
I like them too. I just don't like them for 300. I like them for 240. I don't like them for. That's what I'm saying. Like, really think about it.
No, I get it,
This is
man.
why.
I get it.
I want you,
You got that fierce.
but I don't know if I want you for 350. I love you at 250. Boy, you look great at 250.
Don't get
Not at 350. You know, and that's.
Well, the All-NBA teams will be released in the near future, and we will have a lot more to debate and discuss. We have one last thing we need to get to before we wrap it up for the day. So the final round of the play-in tournament Friday. Throughout the playoffs, we will be making team picks using underdogs prediction markets, which you can do as well. We'll keep a leaderboard of the Couch's picks throughout the entire playoffs. So let's take a look at the updated standings.
Good basketball
After a night two.
conversation today, fellas.
Nah, it was.
Good basketball conversation.
Amanda,
0-4. What the fuck?
You just said you was on. You said
Man, fuck that. Y'all supposed to vote. Y'all can't stay at 1-1. Nah, hell no. Y'all picked somebody yesterday. I know you wanted somebody to win. You picked the Clippers in your mind. I know you picked the Clippers. You picked the Clippers.
No, we didn't even get a chance to.
But nobody thought Oakland was going to win. I mean, the Warriors going to win.
Well, they gave us a chance to.
They didn't ask me, my
Yeah, I'm about to say they didn't ask.
They didn't
Who you
ask me.
pick?
I would have sent one in.
Realistically.
I'm about to say, I would've sent one.
You
Don't
picked
get
the
mad.
Warriors.
Sixers, Warriors.
Get mad as
Did anybody
Hey,
pick
listen,
the
I
hey.
would have picked Philly. Somebody asked me yesterday. I was sitting there. I said,
I'm telling you,
I would have been doing two.
I'm about to
you
say,
picked
I'm about to say, I would have been 3-1 because I would have picked the Warriors for sure.
No, you wouldn't have.
What the hell? I'm definitely going with the Warriors. I'm definitely going
We
with the
honest.
Warriors.
We honest.
You better repent.
Hey, you see all that Steph Curry shit I got in my house?
You wasn't going to see that. You didn't even think he was playing.
I would have went on my theory and I would have went Joshua. I'll be 2-2. But lucky for me, they didn't do it, so I get to get an extra win.
Yeah.
I like
So you
that.
want mine?
I
I'm going
like
with the
that.
Suns. And who's next?
Let me do my job to wrap up the win.
I like honesty.
should ask.
So you
I know who won the lottery pick. I know who won the lottery
With
pick.
low managing for most of the episode. So in the East, we got the Hornets. Will make the trip to Orlando after the Magic loss to the Sixers. Winner of this game will go on to face Detroit Pistons in the first round. The Hornets with a 61% chance to win. The Magic are 39% underdog prediction.
I'm going Charlotte.
I'm going Charlotte.
Hornets.
Hell yeah.
I'm going Orlando.
0-5.
0-5.
0-5.
Charlotte, Orlando.
I want Charlotte to win. So I'm going
Charlotte.
to stay 0-6. I'm going.
Put him in the bathroom.
No, I want Melo to be in the playoffs, so I'm going with Orlando because I've been.
8, man. I'm telling you, let me.
I've been wrong on it. I've been wrong on this line. So I'm going Orlando.
If you miss every single pick, you also get a prize.
My dog.
We have another roach that we happily
Niggas giving out roaches. This is the roach
We
seat.
killed the roach that was here earlier in the week, but his cousin is still lingering somewhere on the set.
I got
See if you can find him.
We got Charlotte.
All right, Charlotte and
Who y'all got?
All right, so next we have Warriors Suns. You have Steph and the Warriors got the win over the Clippers. Will now travel to Phoenix to take on the Suns for a chance
Who y'all got? I gotta go the opposite.
to get swept by the Thunder.
Bay Area!
Suns are the favorite in this matchup, 59% chance to win. Warriors at 42%.
it's
Michael
Dunleavy, baby. I know some Dunleavy. I know some Dukes.
Ghost ride the wheel. Ghost ride the wheel. I got the bait.
Let somebody fall on their ass.
I'm gonna pick the.
Sure, that's
I'm gonna go with the. Man.
Nah, go with your Golden State, man. You did all that preaching earlier today.
I ain't talking about I would have picked the Warriors, nigga. You was
I definitely against the Clippers.
Nah, see, God don't ugly and use
I'm gonna go with the Suns because Devin Booker's legacy on the line right here.
Devin Booker's legacy on the line, Mr. B. We
just
discuss
said all
that next week.
Yes, I know you're lying.
You smart, though. You smart.
Devin Booker will be in his 5th elimination game, although this one will not technically count because this is the play.
So I'm going Bay Area.
I'm going Phoenix.
Cool.
Cause
Bay Area.
I like what I saw the other day out of Jalen Green, man. Like,
Hell no.
shot selection was. I like what I saw out of Jalen
Game
Green.
line, that shit.
And they got 2
all
of them
back
over there, and they,
foot.
I like
She
that.
said, boom.
Yeah, because Jim's gonna have his hands full.
Stealth pass.
Yeah.
I mean,
You can throw more.
Booker double
Yeah, you
pump.
can throw more. And Dylan Brooks
Devin
like that.
Green
Yeah,
put game on the line.
I'm going Phoenix.
Boom.
I'm going Phoenix, Charlotte. Charlotte, Phoenix.
I'm gonna say this. Hey, anybody who put their money in Orlando, something wrong with y'all, okay? Because I can tell you this. If you come out publicly and tell me no matter what I do,
My job
fired.
You mean no matter what I do?
Sit your ass down. Hey, who that nigga at the end of the bit? You just sorted out. Go, hey, do you. Do you play? Do all the shots. You ain't got to pass to no one. Starting 5, sit down. The rest of y'all come on in.
Nah, the NBA wants the Hornets to make it.
They would like the Hornets to
They want the Hornets to make it.
You ain't gonna pre-fire me and think I'm about to go out there and pre.
I'm not gonna put Hornets Detroit first round. I want to see. I want to see that. I definitely want to see that. Hornets Detroit first round. I want to see that.
Yes.
That's why you're picking.
33 minutes. Woo!
I want to see that. That's gonna be exciting.
Well, we will find out on Friday the final round of the play-in.
That's gonna be good bump.
We'll be back here on Tuesday to discuss all of it and the start of the NBA playoffs. Appreciate you to everybody in the chat. As always, shout out to everybody on this couch as well. This has been. Hold on. Get on the phone.
Let's go.
This has been another episode of Gil's Arena presented by Underdog. We'll see y'all next week.
Hey, when I got this shit done, nigga, I was driving. Years ago, right?
Hard to believe.
Mine probably gonna have something to do with them. That's just what I want to see, and I would love to see the Broncos trade that late second round pick that we got. You know what I'm saying? That
talent that can't be the expectation for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm pretty sure we're not talking about the Arizona Cardinals. We're talking about the Lakers of football. We're talking about guys who are expecting the nostalgia of the storyline to be take us to the promised land finally. Jerry, what are we doing? So I feel like if you trade back, you actually build around what you've already had that you've been missing. And that's quarterback's protection. You need to be able to give Dak more time. CD's going to show up, but do you look...
So my buddy just told me that inside they talked to the doctor on the phone. The fireman stopped doing CPR.
This is Edith Estrada, and behind her is her mother. Officers are currently here after reports that Edith's son was found unresponsive and cold to the touch. In mere seconds from now, they are about to share devastating news.
Adriel has passed away today.
Edith's mother has realized that her grandson's life was lost because of her own daughter, but every family member and cop at the scene suspects that it wasn't a mere accident, and as damning clues come to light,
I do drink a lot. I do.
detectives will slowly begin to get to the bottom of what happened one way or another.
I passed out. I did. I'm just stressed out. It's hard. It hasn't fully sink in.
On March 3rd, 2025, police in Albuquerque, New Mexico raced to a local apartment complex, sirens blaring. They had received a frantic 911 call moments earlier, where 29-year-old mother of two, Edith Estrada Segala, sobbed as she told them that she had found her son unresponsive. When police entered the home, they found pure chaos. Adriel, Edith's son, was dripping wet from being in the bathtub, where he had been found, and wasn't breathing. At first, police believed it was a medical issue, but as the investigation carried on, with Edith's mother, sister, and father on the scene, police began to see things differently, especially when they saw the way that Edith's mother looked at her.
Probably not going to make it. The family's pretty hysterical. We do have some Spanish and English speaking. The lady in the yellow, I think, is grandma. She's going to lose it. I mean, they're probably all right with that. It doesn't seem like anything felt funny, but baby's been a little sick with some respiratory stuff. Sounds like they were taking a nap, baby was napping, and just wasn't. So, yeah, I'm not so.
Baby wasn't napping.
No, I had to take them all. We're not there yet.
We're still working on the kid, but probably not.
Entering the scene, let's break things down. The woman in the green or yellow shirt, feel free to argue about that in the comments, is Adriel's grandmother. Edith, the victim's mother, is in the black shirt, and her sister is in the plaid beige and black sweater.
Ahora la única cosa que ustedes pueden hacer es estar ahí para ustedes. ¿Ok? Los bomberos se necesitan enfocar en la medicina. ¿Ok? Necesitamos estar aquí.
Reacciona. Edith se pone muy mal, por favor. Sister, por favor, Edith, sister, Edith, reacciona, ya, reacciona. Ahora, arriba.
She's serious too. She don't play a role. Remember that.
No, you need everything possible.
She better piss me off though, because I'm trying to hear what she gotta say. She pacing like a motherfucker too. She's hot.
I'm afraid you can't see it just yet. The firemen need to focus on their work. We'll get an update from them in a few minutes. But we can't distract them. They need to focus on what they're doing.
Inside, the detective is faced with a brutal scene. The house is in a state of neglect and disrepair, with trash scattered everywhere and the stench of alcohol permeating the air. He kneels alongside paramedics to check on the status of Adriel, but it's been well over 15 minutes, and tragically, he's still not breathing. Outside, another detective tries to get to the bottom of things.
3 o'clock in the morning at the beginning of the year. Today, he woke up. He's been stuffy all weekend. He's been stuffy. What the fuck? I took him to the doctor.
Verify your account so I can get you help. To confirm I'm speaking with the right person, I'd like to send you a request, which might be sent in a text message, email, or in the Amazon app. Can I send you this request to verify your account?
Yeah.
Okay, I've sent you the request, which may be in a text message, email, or in the Amazon app under your notifications. You only need to respond to one of these. I'll wait while you approve the message. Thanks for verifying your account. Are you calling about your order that includes your Nintendo Switch 2 system?
Yeah.
Looks like your order from April forward that includes your Nintendo Switch 2 system was delivered on April 7th. If the order delivery update was all you needed, you can hang up the call now. Otherwise, please tell us your issue with the order. You can say things like, I did not receive it, or I want to return it.
Your refund couldn't be processed. There's an issue with your refund. Please contact or call with customer service.
start and manage your returns at Amazon.com/return. If that was all you needed to know, you can hang up the call now. Do you need help with something else?
Yes.
Now, in a few words, tell me, what can I help you with today?
Talk to representative. 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 Talk to representative.
For customer support in Spanish, press 9. Otherwise, please hold. Now, to get you to the right agent, can you please say a few words about what you need help with?
Bro, just talk to customer service, bro. Damn.
I'll get someone to help with this. Your call is in queue and will be answered by the next available member of our team as soon as possible.
Hello, this is Christine from Amazon. Can I have your name, please?
Xavier Fuller.
Thank you so much. How can I help you today?
I did a refund and it told me to contact y'all because it couldn't process the refund.
Sure, I can help you with that. Which item, sir? Can you help me with the order number?
It's the Nintendo Switch 2.
Let me see. Let me try to pull it up using its name. You don't see an order number from there?
I don't know how to look for that.
That's okay. I can pull it up using its name. One moment. Okay, I got it. Is that the one that got replaced? Because I can see a replacement order here.
Yeah, I returned both of them. The one that was getting replaced and the other one that the replacement.
Okay, I got it. No problem. I just need to process your refund manually, okay? Would you like me to put the money back to your original payment method or to your Amazon gift card balance?
It's a credit card, so I have to put it back on there, or else I'm gonna have to continue to pay on that.
No problem. Yeah, I can put it back to the same payment method that you use. I just need to process the refund here manually. Is it okay if I place the call hold for a few minutes?
Yeah, and if I put it on the balance like you said, is that still like returning from the my credit card or no?
No, it will be added to your Amazon account. It's a digital gift card and it can only be used to your Amazon future orders.
Okay, so yeah, no, it has to be back on the to the credit card. Yeah.
Sure, no problem. So I'm just gonna finish your refund and I'll be right back, okay? Please bear with me.
Alright.
Thank you.
Like, nah, because I don't need them guys. I already got them. That's what I'm not. Anyway, keep paying this.
Hello, thank you so much for patiently waiting. I'm so sorry for the long hold. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I have successfully processed the refund for the item. It's $481.45. The refund was already been processed here on our end, but you're gonna see that refund back to your credit card statement within the next 3 to 5 business days, okay? That is just a very process.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah, is there anything else that I can do for you?
Nope,
Tell me.
that's it.
Alright, sir, you have a good one, okay? And please be safe always.
Alright. Oh my god. She said it's gonna be processed, but I'm like, I don't know. What was the fucking, what was I about to do? She said it on there, but I'm like, your payment, your refund couldn't be processed. that shit return though. They playing with me.
I passed out. I did. He's been up all night just with the stuff he got me.
You passed out after giving him a bath?
No, water was running.
They're still working on him. What is baby's name?
Adriel.
Adrian?
Adriel.
Okay, and his last name?
Estrada.
And his date of birth?
July 6th, 2024.
Well, she's going to jail for life. Because you don't know what happened when you were drunk.
Oh, I know. It's just like...
Mama
What
mad as
day they
fuck.
work on him. Hopefully they get a pulse. If not, we're gonna sadly tell you, but they're trying their best, so they're still working on him.
What is her name, man?
Edith. She just called me. So, I called into work today because I just forgot. And I'm just so tired.
She ain't hugged the other daughter at all. She is mad.
So, I need everybody to listen to me, please. Take a look, please, yeah? So, my buddy just told me that inside, the firemen have stopped doing CPR. They talked to the doctor on the phone, and because there are no signs of life for 20 minutes, Adriel has passed away today.
Déjenme verlo.
En este momento no.
And that one was real. Her, she faking like a motherfucker. Why you didn't interpret what she's saying?
Me duele aquí, me está rompiendo el alma, déjenme. Ay. This is wrong. I need to do this for a little bit. We need to go down. We need to go downstairs.
The family's grief is palpable, especially the grandmother's, who has clearly just lost everything. Adriel was the light of her life. She babysat him, took him to daycare when she was unable to, and spent long afternoons and weekends with him while his mother was too preoccupied. The loss is hard for everyone at the scene to deal with, but at this point they know they're investigating a crime. They slowly manage to move the devastated family downstairs.
Yeah, they're right. Nothing's happening right now. Nothing's happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's stressing me. It's not happening. You're gonna try to leave me out.
No, man, we're not.
No. Stay in there. No, don't do it.
Listen.
No.
We have to treat this like a crime scene. I know it's not, but anytime somebody dies outside of a hospital, we have to photograph them. Okay? Still inside.
We're going to be inside a comment. We need to clarify possibly that's what.
Now, detectives are tasked with the hardest part of their investigation, interrogating the grieving family members to get to the truth of what happened inside the home. And in this case, they have good reason to interrogate Edith, because not only was Adriel found in the bathtub, where she should have been watching him, but as detectives approach her, they're allegedly overwhelmed by the smell of alcohol on her breath and person.
They said it's processed, but I don't know why they're saying it's not. Yeah. And I requested, and I told them when it was zip, they let me detect that a beer reported, return it, and it said I can, like they contacted Amazon to see if that's true.
I'm very sorry for your loss. So, my name's Tomas. I'm the officer that's going to be writing the report for this incident. I don't know if any of the other officers can kind of tell you what's going on.
Sure.
So we basically have to treat everything like a crime scene until we can stop. And it's not just with this case, but all cases where someone dies outside of the hospital. So as you can see, our crime scene investigators here today photographs that due to the age of Adriel, we have to have our detectives, the crimes against children, to get them out, and that's basically what we're writing. Okay, do you have any
She
questions?
already told him herself though. Told me she got a drink.
So after the detectives come out, we're gonna have to take photographs of your apartment and of Adriel and anything else in there that kind of just seems like it's pertinent. And then I just need to get some contact information from you, and I'm sure they're gonna talk to you. After they talk to you, I'm not sure what's gonna happen with the case.
Where's Adriel? He's still in the living room, yes.
Detectives transport Edith to the station for questioning. By this point, it's tipping into 1 in the morning, which is really important to remember when you hear the timeline that Edith is about to lay out, specifically as it pertains to her drinking. If you like watching people realize that they're not winning an Oscar anytime soon, subscribe. That's literally all we do here.
You don't have to see on this side.
Detectives read Edith her rights, brushing it off as standard procedure, and ask about the day before and the day of Adriel's death.
Just kind of cleaning up, doing some laundry, and he was just there watching cartoons. But he does have a diaper rash, which we've been trying to control for daycare. So that's why I started with that way he can breathe as well as was choking up. It's like, that you type.
Why the fuck is they writing so much on a simple ass case?
Lawyers and stuff. You know? They got him undressed. She was wearing some blue town. He was wearing a long sleeve shirt. He was split. And they undressed him. Wait for you. I put him in there since I was still doing laundry for 2 days ago. And I was still waiting for the dryer to be done. He was just playing with his toy. Saying, I don't know how I just fell asleep. So I wake up and fall asleep. And then, so whenever I got up, my mom was knocking the door off. I didn't hear my phone. She had called me, but I didn't hear my phone. I think my phone was like on low. So when I opened the door, I was just kind of half asleep. I opened the door. That was my mom. She asked me about Adrian. And I went back inside the room, and I was still half asleep. I couldn't put two and two together because I didn't see him in his bassinet. So then right away I rushed to the bathtub. And that's what happened. Okay. I took him out.
I mean, who is it that's like, where is Adriel? Was it you? Was it grandma?
Yeah, whenever she walked in, she was like, where's Adriel? And I like just kind of, like everything was just kind of like collecting pieces. So I saw her and I was like, in the room. I was like, we were sleeping. So we went inside my bedroom and whatever, didn't forget about it.
Okay. So you told her we were sleeping, so it's got to be in the room. And then obviously, he wasn't in the bassinet, right? He wasn't anywhere else, and then so it sounds like you clicked, right? And I guess you remember that he was with you for a minute. So you rush into the bathroom, is that correct?
Yeah.
And you find him in there. Right, so tell me about how you find him. So kind of set that scene for me a little bit. How did you find him?
The thing was in the middle, and he was like on the side, like up inside the bathroom.
Okay. When you say the thing, you mean that seat?
Yeah, that, support
it's like
thing,
a
yeah.
bath seat or something, right? And so he wasn't in the seat anymore.
He had a tape over.
Okay, so he was out of the seat. Okay. And was he, what was his body position like?
He was just sitting there.
Like going on his back on the bottom of the tent?
Yeah.
So facing up?
Yeah, like that.
How much water was in the tub? Okay. Do you remember sticking your hands in water? Do you remember?
I know he was wet, so I don't remember like if there was water or not. I just remember picking him up from the bathroom, but I don't. I know he was wet.
Okay. Do you know if that water felt cold or warm or weight temperature? No. Okay. So the seats, was the seat kind of still where it was when you left him? Except he just wasn't in. Okay. And so when you see him, how does he look? I know this is a hard question, right?
He just looked.
He looks blue. Okay. Okay. And so you pull him out of the tub, and then where did you take him after you exited the bathroom?
I grabbed him, I wrapped it or whatever, and I grabbed the towel that was like the towel from where I had showered it. I grabbed that towel, it was a pink towel. I grabbed it, laid it on it, like in a towel paper. And I was covering on them really once.
Okay. It sounds like there was maybe some different stories that were told. And so I'm trying to figure out where those came from. So I know there was one that essentially was kind of like you and I don't know, I'm just asking if this is something that was stated that Adriel had pneumonia, so you had put him down for a nap and both of you fell asleep. That's something that came through somewhere. Is that something? Yeah. Is that something that you told somebody or?
Not pneumonia. I had like as a kid and like knew that baby was coughing really bad.
Okay.
So he knew like my job. I even told him that he was coughing pretty bad. I was making him gag, so that's why I was going to take the day off and I couldn't go in.
So obviously we applied for a search warrant for your house, which is pretty standard in these sort of situations. And I think I kind of maybe briefly told you about that when we were outside talking and freezing. I can't remember. But so we applied for a search warrant for your home, and obviously we have to go in there. I went in there with one of my to take a look at Adriel. Like I told you, he's not going to be alone tomorrow when he goes to OMI and has an autopsy. I know you were concerned about him being alone and him not wanting to be alone. He's not going to be alone. So I'll be there with him. I'd always like to make sure I tell parents that, in these situations are hard, and although you can't be there and other members of your family can't be there, someone will be there with them, and I'll be there with them, so he won't be alone. I went in there with one of I took them, I did notice, so that's something I was going to ask you about. And a lot of times we have to look around. That's the whole purpose of a search warrant. So one thing I did notice when we were going through there was there was a lot of empty alcohol containers. So you're the only adult that lives there, right? So is it safe to say that you're the one that's consuming that?
I was consuming that. I did have a couple friends over.
Okay.
And then honestly I would leave the house and go to my boyfriend's house for not drinking, but it was here and there. I've been home here and there, but it's been inconsistent, honestly, and I haven't had friends over.
You said that you had a couple of friends over, and somebody can resource them. You're an adult, and as long as you're in a legal drinking age, that's not necessarily what I'm concerned with. I'm just trying to figure out, there's just a lot, right?
No, yeah, I haven't taken out my trash. kind of mildly noticed. Like, I have not cleaned, I did not want to be home or anything like that, so I haven't ate at all.
Okay. Because again, the reason I asked was there's some in the trash, there's some in your bathroom on the floor.
Yeah, it just overflowed, honestly. So I've not even going through my house, and it was so bad. But
Okay. There's also a bottle in the vanity in your bathroom. Like a large tip, basically. That was in your bathroom, like in the
just in there.
inside the vanity. Let me
I
know.
don't remember that, honestly.
Okay. All right. Any sort of drinking today?
I did have a shot
Okay.
while I was doing laundry.
Okay. Shot one.
There was Pink Whitney.
What is that?
I
saw the bottle, so
yeah,
I just don't know
it's vodka.
Okay. Is that like what you normally do?
It just depends, honestly.
And so you had a shot, like one of the little ones, or okay. And when was this? Was this while Adriel was in the bath?
No, he was sleeping, yeah.
Okay. Just that one shot. Okay.
I know, there's like so many little bottles, but we did make jumbo juice as well, like a while back.
Okay.
The home didn't just have evidence of drinking, though as the cop has stated, there was plenty of that.
Sorry.
There's a nice big glass bottle in that cabinet there too.
Yeah, something in New Amsterdam.
You want to take some more pictures of this real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Some more booze.
There were signs of neglect, including piles of diapers, unclean dishes, and empty cabinets.
They do not have a lot of food.
The entire apartment painted a picture of someone who was struggling. In her interrogation, Edith offers up a reason why.
So you said that you're essentially you are a single mom as one of your kiddos. Dad's not in the picture, right? So the other one dad's there. So you have that help, but
It's like, if I have to go to my room really quick, I'll go to like my room. I won't like do stuff not nearby him, because obviously like the bathroom's right there, my room's right there, washer dryer's right there, but not anywhere else around my house. I just stay in the little area.
okay. So you would like maybe sometimes would you do laundry then before? Or is this
I've done it before, yeah, where like it's just put loads in. But I always kept the door open as well. So whenever he was taking the bath, the door was open.
morning? So you kind of try and get a little past them while. So can you see him when you're doing laundry?
Yeah, I leave the bathroom door open. So usually I stay in there with him, watch a show, just kind of stay next to the bathtub.
Okay.
Yeah, just wait.
And you said that you left the door cracked when he was in there. Did you still see him with the door cracked?
Yeah, it stays, it's not just cracked, but it stays open.
Okay.
The bathroom.
Okay. And then, like when you're walking, when you're in your room, can you see him in the bathtub? So you can see him from your room? Okay. So you've been in your room, and there's parts that have a wall and the bathroom stairs.
Well, like from the door, yes, I can see.
Okay, so from the
Yeah,
doorway you
yeah.
can see, but not if you enter the rest of the room.
Right.
And then, I know you had mentioned that you were kind of dealing with postpartum, right? How are you like coping with that?
I go to therapy.
Okay.
And this kind of just, it happened with my first son as well. With Alien, I feel like I put it off for a while and didn't really let it hit me.
Mm-hmm.
And then it hit me all at once on the street.
Okay. Here's the deal, right? I appreciate you. I think you've been honest with us about a lot of stuff, right? Which I appreciate because it's, of course, it's a movie. Our job as detectives and investigators is to go in
that's why we do search warrants, and we talk to people, and we look at things. I've been in the scene for 6 years, so I've done a lot, seen a lot. I haven't done everything, I haven't seen everything, right? I've learned something new every day. But I have done a lot, but I've seen a lot. And so when you're on this, it's kind of easier to kind of really have to see and talk to people, kind of figure out. So I appreciate you being honest to some degree. I think there's probably some things that we're not being completely honest about. And those are things that we probably need to talk about, right? I know that, you said that today you went to your apartment and that you were cleaning, getting ready to move, that kind of stuff. But then you're telling me that you have postpartum and you just kind of shunned your apartment and you don't want anything to do with it. And then you're telling me that you had friends over a couple, a week or a week and a half ago. You guys drank all this Whitby together. Then you have to take the trashes out, trash you overflowing, but then you're telling me you were clean over it today, right?
Well, I was trying to, honestly. My main thing, you saw my room. So I knew my room was like a wreck. So that's where I'm at. I try to start cleaning. I don't find the motivation to finish it. So I start something, my ADHD kicks in, I stop. I start, and then it goes away. And I've been doing that for a long time, where I sit there and I want to clean and, do all this to my house, and I started, don't finish it. I'll start putting the groceries away, don't finish it. And I just can't.
Now, as much as we like to poke fun and point out the absurdity of the criminals on this channel, there is a sad reality that's important to talk about. A lot of crime stems from mental health issues. Postpartum depression and anxiety can be utterly devastating, and people suffering from it frequently experience shame regarding their condition, despite the fact that 1 in 8 women experience it. But it doesn't have to reach this point. Drinking while your child is in the bath before people get help. There are resources available for new mothers suffering from PPD, and addressing your condition before it reaches this point can be life-altering and life-saving. Unfortunately, as you're about to see, Edith still hasn't reached a point where she's able to accept that her drinking is contributing to the problem.
So you go into your room and you lay down, right? And what was your thought process when you go into your room and lay down? Like, I'm just gonna close my eyes for a second.
It wasn't even intentional. I feel like.
Laying down is very intentional.
Right. No, I sat on my bed. I was gonna try to fold clothes, and then I laid there, and it wasn't even like let me go to sleep. It was just I went to sleep accidentally. Like, I wasn't trying to even close my eyes. I wasn't nothing. I was back to back. I was trying to figure out everything, like, on my bed, because it's a wreck. My room is a wreck, and I was just trying to figure out where to even start. And I sat down, and I did lay down for a bit. I have a lot on my mind, so I did rest my head, but it wasn't like intentionally trying to nap, or I just accidentally fell asleep.
Well, I don't know if I started saying that you intentionally fell asleep, right? I think that there's a reason you fell asleep, right? And I'm just trying to get to what that reason is, right?
The thing is it doesn't, what you're saying kind of doesn't make sense, but I believe that you drank today. I just don't think you're being honest with me, and I think you need to be honest with me, and honestly honest with yourself, because I think that if there's an issue, right, that the only way that issue is going to get addressed is if you say it out loud. You admit that, not just to me, right, but for yourself, for Adriel, for Aiden, right? And the more we try and dance around this and hide it, the worse it is. And honestly, as an investigator, I said people lie to me all the time, and I don't really lose sleep over it. I mean, because it's people just do it, right? The people that do lose sleep over are the people that have to live with it in here, right? And people that suffer from it are those other people that are around them, whether it's your sons or your mom or your sister. I walked into this room, I just turned 40 years old, right? done a lot of stuff. I was in college. I partied. I drank. I did, I did all that stuff. I lived that life, right? When I walked in this room, I didn't smell brand new Southeast substation. What I smelled like alcohol, right?
In my room?
In this room.
Oh, okay.
In this room, right? That's because you've been sitting in here for a few hours, or I don't say a few hours, maybe an hour or so, right? That doesn't happen from one shot. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not, I don't want to call you a liar. I think this has been a very traumatic day, and people have a tendency sometimes to I think you're being truthful. I just don't think we're being completely truthful, and people have a tendency to pad stuff when they're upset with themselves, when they're embarrassed maybe, when they feel like crap, to be honest with you. I don't think it's necessarily abnormal, but given the circumstance and my experience, not only just in my job, but in life, I know that we're not being truthful about how much we drank today, right? And I think we need to work on that, and because Edith, I was in your house, right?
Right.
And I'm telling you, wait, how old are you? You're 20, okay. When I was in college, I was 20 to 26 or something, right? I was on a long plan. Don't ask me why. It's not relevant. But alcohol had something to do with it. I'll tell you that right now, right? But so I have been to a lot of house parties, done my share of stuff as a kid, or as a young adult rather. And so I can recognize that your house doesn't look like a party house, right? It looks like somebody that is drinking, right? And you're the only adult that lives in the right? So let's just be honest with each other here, right? If you drank at 9 and didn't stop till noon, so be it. If you drank a whole fifth while Adriel was napping, just tell us, right? Let's stop doing this, right? Let's stop padding that truth. It's not. I don't believe that you only had one shot. And when we start talking, I talked about honesty, and a lot of that is we need to get that. Like I said, it's not necessarily for me. I think a lot of it's for yourself. To get that, you need to get that out, because I'm not buying what you're selling. I'm not trying to be mean. I believe a lot of what you're saying. I think there is a lot of truth, but we're not being. Remember I told you after 1 to 5 things are like, right? It's either one of two things. Either you're hiding something, or maybe you were drunk and that's why you don't necessarily remember, right? It is what it is. We just need to be honest about it. So let's.
100%. I took a shot today. I did because I drank yesterday. So it was just kind of to take the hangover away, or I don't know, just do something.
So we're going to maintain that we took one shot today?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go back to life experience.
Yeah.
All right. When people party all night, right? So we were drinking at your boyfriend's house. Is that what you're saying? Okay. So did you get drunk last night at your boyfriend's house?
I got pretty tipsy, honestly.
Okay.
We were cooking and stuff, so it's just like.
So you got tipsy.
Yeah.
So it's you, him, his kiddos, and your kiddos, and both of you guys are drinking.
I was drinking.
Okay. So you're drinking. Okay. And then you wake up this morning and you're saying you were like hungover, or it's.
I was a little hungover. I was more than anything like sleep deprived.
Okay. So you're sleep deprived rather. You drive from his house to your house with your kiddos, take your son to school, go back home, have one shot, take the edge off, right? Take that hangover away. Here's my concern. So we have a number of things going on here then, by your own admission. Because if I'm still smelling a little bit of alcohol on you, that means either you were insanely drunk this morning driving your kids around, or you drank when you were at home. Because nobody, I'm telling you right now, you're I've been in this game way too long, all right? You can't.
Yeah, no, I drank yesterday.
So,
I did.
okay, so in order for you to still have a smell of alcohol on you like that, you would have had to have been insanely drunk this morning still for it to still be on you right now. Or you drank more than you're saying while you were at home.
There is no publicly available information regarding Edith's history of drinking. However, she has no arrests for DUIs or any other alcohol-related crimes. She has, however, had multiple cases filed against her by apartment complexes and landlords for failure to pay rent, including one that was filed just a month before Adriel's death, which may have contributed to the increased drinking and her self-proclaimed refusal to be at home by herself.
Well, you think you have a drinking problem, well then I think that's something that needs to be said out loud, right? You think it needs to be looked at, and then something you need to try and get some help for, right? I'm really concerned that there's a point in time in the story that doesn't have those two fleshy details. And my concern is you know, I think if you want to know my honest opinion about what happened, I think you drank. I think you got buzzed or drunk or whatever, right? And again, I'm an adult. I don't know what it's like to drink. I think that you were tired. I don't know that you're not tired, but I think that coupled with alcohol, like drinking, maybe you got a little lay down and fall asleep, died in the morning, right? I think that's what happened to me. I didn't. And so I think the discrepancy is just how much you drink, right? There's a lot of bottles around your house.
Yeah, I usually just, I do mix them, so whenever I mix them, I just kind of throw them out. Well, I mean, that doesn't know what.
That's what I'm trying to think is, let's be honest about how much you actually get. Let's just do that, right? One shot, like I'm not lying. If you want to maintain that, you can. The problem is the only person you're needing to service to is yourself, Adriel, and your other son. So if we want to maintain, you know, again, I'm not going to lose people. I think that really what we need to do is just be honest. I mean, we need to be honest about
I'm being honest with you 100%. My gift is, I'm being 100% honest with you. I took one shot. I didn't drink a lot yesterday.
Okay.
I didn't brush my teeth all day.
I took one shot while I was sober.
But did you get a buzz from that shot?
Not really. Like I said, I have a pretty high tolerance, which is bad. But I didn't get buzzed or anything. It just kind of woke me back up. And then I just started I just needed motivation to clean.
So it woke you back up, but then you fell asleep?
Right, I didn't sleep all last night too. That was the night before
What were you
that.
doing last night?
Without the
Okay.
Or the night before that. My anxiety's been just super off. I haven't slept and things like that. He has been sick. He used to sleep, so I would just check on him.
Okay.
So it's been like that consistently since he was in the hospital.
Okay. So one shot. So we're gonna take
one shot.
If I go give you a breathalyzer right now, what do you think you're gonna put?
I don't know.
Well, I'm asking you what you think. I'm not asking you what it would be. I'm asking you what you think.
I have no idea what the thing is.
So do you think that do you think if I give you a breathalyzer and show that you have alcohol in your system?
Yeah.
Okay, but you took one shot between 10 and 1, and it's 1 in the morning. So you're telling me 12 hours later, scientifically that wouldn't make sense.
For the alcohol?
Yes, that wouldn't even make sense. You would metabolize that by that point. So the fact that you still smell like it tells me that
I
you
do drink a lot. I do.
Okay, so we
I
do drink a
lot, yeah. But today I only took one shot.
Okay, so tell me about drinking a lot.
I don't know, I'll have like a couple buzz balls. I'll have a couple shots here and there. Like in the afternoons, I will.
Okay.
Like yesterday we did drink, we were cooking. We were cleaning, so I was drinking.
Okay.
I got in the vibe. I wasn't drunk this morning. But once I got home, I was feeling like a little hangover. It was like a little headache. So that's why I took that shot.
Okay. So you weren't drunk this morning during the drink?
Yeah.
Okay. so that you take one shot 12 hours ago and they still smell it.
I mean, it's pretty hard to fathom. I didn't drink today.
Remember when
And I'm being completely honest with you. I am. I do drink a lot. I do. Today I only drank one shot.
do you think you have a drinking problem?
At this point, yeah.
And why do you believe that is?
Because obviously I was going to be drinking. Like yesterday I drank, I'm going to take a shot, like, to do laundry, you know?
So you think that indicates you have a problem?
I feel like, yeah.
It's clear to detectives that Edith isn't going to budge when it comes to owning up to her alleged alcohol consumption. They leave and secure a warrant for her arrest based on all of the information they received from the search warrant. And when they return, Edith isn't too thrilled to see them.
This officer is going to place you under arrest. Right? We do have a warrant for your arrest. You'll get a copy of it. You'll kind of see the charges are obviously resulted in death. Okay. He's going to transport you. Again, I asked you, like I talked about earlier, like you've been very cooperative. I think it kind of be to your best interest to be cooperative.
As of the publishing of this video, Edith is out of jail on bail, awaiting her trial, which is slated for May of 2026. Our thoughts are with Adriel's whole family, who are suffering from an unintentional death that could have been prevented. Thank you for tuning in. Nearly 85% of everyone watching isn't subscribed. Your subscription and support would mean the world to us, so we can keep bringing you more content just like this. Before you go, check out one of our craziest cases right here, or one of my newest ones right here.
Good, how are you doing? I'm Officer Earhart with the Pensacola Police Department. Do you have your license on you by any chance? Oh, you did? I do. Yeah, I tried to patrol. Thank you. That's okay right now. Because of the virus and everything, do you mind talking to me outside? Okay. We'll just separate back here to my car. That way, the contagion and all that kind of stuff.
We have sent it out. How you doing, Miss Wells?
Yes,
How you doing? Miss Wells, you're going to have to come with us. We're going to be bringing you down to the police station and have a conversation. These two officers will be taking you down. All right. Sir, we'll discuss it when we get down there, but you're going to have to get in the car with them. Let me get your keys for you. Yeah. I'll get your keys for you. Get some chance with this number right here.
This is Daniel Leonard Wells. For 35 years, he had no idea that the police had been looking for him.
Kelly?
Commercial Naomi tonight.
And have a seafood. No, you can sit up. How it's gonna work? Yeah, watch your head. There you go. And you take it out like that. And we're gonna put it right here. There we go. Perfect. Good. Yeah. Want to bring a truck down there? Baker, can you bring the truck down? On my car.
Okay, there.
Bring it upstairs. We got the paper.
I need a point that I need to birth the father.
Now, you might be wondering how we got here. Buckle up, because detectives had been relentlessly working on this case for many years. At approximately 5:30 a.m. on January 1st, 1985, a mother and daughter were rushing their sick dog to the emergency vet. As they drove through a quiet neighborhood near the corner of Peacock Drive and Creighton Road, something caught their eye. At first, they thought it might be trash or discarded clothing, but as they got closer, the horrifying truth became clear. It was a body. They immediately called the police, and officers arrived within minutes. The victim was a young woman, partially nude, lying in an empty lot. There was no blood at the scene, and drag marks in the dirt suggested she'd been killed elsewhere and then dumped here. Her purse was found a few blocks away, and it contained her driver's license. That's how investigators identified her as Tanya McKinley. Residents who lived nearby told officers they'd passed that exact spot at around 2 a.m. and were certain there'd been nobody there at the time. This meant the killer had dumped Tanya somewhere between 2 a.m. and 5:30 a.m. And here's what made investigators believe the killer was local. The winding roads and complex layout of that neighborhood weren't easy to navigate unless you knew the area. Whoever did this wasn't just passing through. They knew Pensacola. An autopsy revealed the cause of death as strangulation. Tanya had also been sexually assaulted and struck with a blunt object, causing trauma to her head. Investigators recovered crucial evidence from her body in the crime scene: semen, head hair, and pubic hair. In 1985, DNA technology was still in its infancy, so while they had the evidence, they couldn't do much with it yet. And despite interviewing dozens of people who'd been at Daryl's Bar and Grill that night, canvassing the neighborhood and following every possible lead, the trail went cold. For the next 35 years, Tanya McKinley's case haunted the Pensacola Police Department. It became the oldest cold case in the city's history, and every few years, a new lead would pop up. Detectives would drop everything to chase it down, only to hit another dead end. But in recent years, forensic genealogy has revolutionized cold case investigations. In 2019, the Pensacola Police Department partnered with the Florida Department of Law Enforcement and a Virginia-based company called Parabon Nanolabs. They took the DNA sample recovered from Tanya's body in 1985 and ran it through an open-source genealogy database. And they got a hit. They found several people who appeared to be distant cousins of the killer. From there, investigators used genetic genealogy. They built a family tree starting with those distant cousins. Then they worked their way through generations, eliminating people one by one. But eventually, that family tree led them to one man, Daniel Leonard Wells, a 57-year-old who lived in Pensacola the entire time. Now, investigators couldn't just walk up and arrest him based on a family tree. They needed direct confirmation. So, they followed Wells and waited, and on March 4th, 2020, their patience paid off. Officers watched as Wells sat in his car and lit a cigarette. When he finished, he tossed the butt out the window. Detectives immediately stopped, recovered the cigarette, and sent it to the lab. When the results came back, the DNA was a perfect match. Within days, detectives located Daniel on the highway while he was driving and pulled him over.
Yep, that's what you get for being a smoker.
You have anything on you that I missed, Mr. Wells? Okay.
Bro, shut the hell
Receive
up.
all your property back.
He walking in there
You will
with
receive
no
all your
handcuffs.
property
You
back,
gonna
sir.
answer that. Nigga, it don't even matter.
Right this way, right through this door here, sir. Thanks, sir.
You got some on you?
Yep. You're all right. Got it. Okay. So you got the rails right here for you if you need it.
Is this like a tactic? Make them tired?
Alright. Why just having a seat for me?
You need
Perfect.
some water already?
No, I'm fine, thanks.
Alright, we'll be right back with you, sir. I'll go ahead, please. Cheers.
Yeah, I say this.
But that's not the woodworking here.
100% of Woodward County is a 10-minute shop. It's awfully cheap. And CDC, he does mainly residential stuff like that. But
What's the switch?
he's starting to do. I did 3 jobs for Jam and I was done working for him. I just wanted to go work for CDC. Do my own stuff. I got a little shop at my house. So he's going to get into commercial woodworking and stuff. Doing it again.
A couple of lines that Ocala, all the work from down there in Ocala is being done from up here.
Yeah.
How long have you been in woodworking stuff?
Probably since, I don't know, the mid-80s.
You ever work at a place called Woodcraft?
Woodcraft manufacturing, yeah, right here.
Yeah. How long did you work there?
A year and 2 years.
My dad used to work there.
Okay.
Yeah. Back, he retired from the 80s.
Daniel had lived in various cities since the murder of Tanya McKinley in Pensacola. He had vanished from the area for years. During that time, he had married twice and divorced twice, fathering only one son. But when detectives began questioning him about his past, Daniel grew visibly uncomfortable and refused to be forthcoming with the truth.
Never interested.
Well, I mean, why would you give them a different address? So it's not on your driver's license, right? Because you never lived there, and your parents didn't live there.
I don't remember that. I mean, I didn't have a license.
You remember not having a license? You remember there?
Well, they arrested me for on a vendor license. I didn't have a driver's license. I didn't know.
You made a bad left turn. That's what they stopped. It's illegal left-hand turn.
Back if it was faded, you couldn't see the arrow or anything on the road.
But they got you at 4237 Elmcrest Drive in Skull, Florida. So it's not like sometimes when we stop people, we get their driver's license and we'll just write down the information on their driver's license without asking them. And so sometimes it's wrong because they moved, they haven't changed their driver's license.
Right.
But in your case, it would have been on your driver's license, right? It would have been this 12th and Cervantes address back then. In the worst case scenario, maybe your parents' old address, you've never changed it.
I don't remember. Unless I was staying with a friend or something. I can't. It's been a while, man.
I understand it's been a while. But that's on both of them, 4237 Elmcrest, so that could only have come from you.
Right.
You would have had to give them that information. There could be a mistake on their part. They copied down the wrong thing. Right? But you don't remember why you would say that?
Yeah.
No. Why you're driving? You know, or are you driving with that? Was it the Jeep or the other car?
That might have been, I did have a, I had a, like Ford F-150.
So that's what you had out there? It was your grandma.
If he moved.
You don't
It was Zoe Trace.
Yeah, he lived.
He lived in Zoe Trace.
But that address wouldn't have been his address.
On the night Tanya was last seen alive, she had gone to celebrate New Year's Eve 1984 with her cousin Vanita. Vanita's husband invited him out to Daryl's Bar and Grill, a popular spot near what was then University Mall. By all accounts, it was an ordinary night out. Vanita later told investigators that nothing seemed amiss. At the time, Tanya had a young son, Timothy, who was cared for by a late-night daycare that closed at 1 a.m., along with Vanita's children. When Vanita and her husband decided to head home, Tanya chose to stay at the party. Nobody could have known it would be the last time anyone would see her alive.
No? We're involved in a report or maybe an arrest for a battery that later on was like, never mind, it's not the way it's seen, and they just dropped charges. Yeah. Anything to do with any prostitution? Solicitor prostitute? You have to know if I'm asking a question like that.
No, I'm thinking,
I think you remember you got arrested for soliciting prosecution.
Yeah, I got pulled over one time in Brownsville, but I didn't get. I wasn't soliciting prostitution. They pulled me up for it, and then they threw my vehicle.
But you got a charge for solicitation.
Remember, I don't think I did. I don't think we talked out there on the street and stuff.
Didn't get a ticket, the notice to appear, didn't get taken to jail. And would you be surprised to say when I ran your criminal history, it showed up both those charges? That you're arrested for battery?
I'm trying to remember. Battery?
Yeah. That you're arrested for battery. Arrested for solicitation? Nothing at all.
Yeah. I've never talked this. Yeah. But I didn't get. I don't think I got arrested.
Well, so here's the thing. So you're like me. You're older. You're experienced. You got a lot of life experience and stuff. So yeah, I know we're not here because of today.
Right.
There's been a lot of work leading up to today. And I ask you questions because they're giving you opportunities to clear some things up. And I'll ask you questions that I already know the answer to. But it's better if the answers come from you. And so it gives you that opportunity to explain it. So just kind of keep that in mind.
Daniel had faced several battery charges in the past. When he claimed he'd never been charged before, the detectives immediately recognized he was lying. They persisted, confronting him with the truth, particularly regarding his treatment of women.
And they're like 5. And now those victims chose, as many do, they didn't want to go through the court process and they didn't want to testify and stuff like that, but there's reports.
Right.
That you've done this more than that.
When I was in Missouri.
While you were in Missouri. You did it multiple times. When was that?
That was in the 90s. Probably 92 through like 95 or something like that.
Pretty close. I mean, like I said, it's been a while, but we're having cases in 90 and then again in 98. What was going on in your life during those 90 and 1998 that triggered you to behave like this? Even if it was just alcohol and that led to it.
Yeah. I don't know.
There was something going on in 1990.
Yeah.
What was it? Was it a divorce? Was it just fighting? Or?
It's a combination of that, maybe the way my childhood, so I don't know.
What year did you get divorced?
98, I believe it was.
The first time or second?
First time.
When did you get married?
In 93.
So there's some
92.
So you weren't married before that?
No.
When this all happened and ended like 91 and 89 and stuff. So yeah, so saying so in 1990 you got assigned this behavior in 1990 prior to you getting married. Then you get married, you behave. Then marriage starts falling apart in 1998, excuse me. Then you go back to that behavior. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah. That's fair. It's just being stupid. I don't know why.
Again, Dan, I just can't stress the importance of know where we're at now. At the end of this investigation, that it's important for you to be as truthful as you can. I understand that you're trying, and that you're trying to be truthful and trying to remember stuff. But it seems like on some of this stuff already, we're having to spoon feed you stuff. And you're like, oh, yeah, okay, now that you're telling me you know about it, then I'll go ahead and tell you the truth.
Right.
And,
I mean, I know you.
And that's...
It's embarrassing.
Dan, there's nothing that you can say that's going to embarrass us.
Well, it embarrasses me.
I've been here... Right, I say it embarrassed me. I've been doing this 30 years. Be somewhere around 27 years now doing this. A lot of our career has been spent up here in investigations. We have investigated the worst of the worst crimes that Pensacola has brought to us. So, like he said, you're not going to surprise us with anything. Okay? I understand your point of view that it's embarrassing to say that I did these things. But unfortunately, you're not in a spot right now where you're going to be hiding behind that embarrassment. Okay? It's time
for all that stuff to come in. It's time to come clean and just be honest. Okay, because that's going to get you through all this. Okay, it's just honesty. So when you're talking about you're exposing yourself, right? You were in the parking lot. How did you get the girl to approach you?
I just pulled up to where she was. We was just there, in her car.
It's your, what vehicle?
I was in my truck.
Okay, so she's not going to be able to see you
Yeah.
unless you stand up or something.
Well, she walked up to the truck.
Why would she walk up to the truck?
I can't remember. I asked her something. She came on that direction. She walked up.
Because I could see.
She saw me.
Right, very interesting. So that basically, and I'm going to put it in law enforcement terms, okay? I know this may not jive with how your point of view on it is, but from our point of view, what you did is you pulled up, you saw a lady, probably pretty, right? Targeted her.
I've been drinking.
You've been drinking, right?
That's the only time.
And then, so you said, you asked for direction to lure her over to your truck, right? And then you committed the act of masturbating in front of her. Why would you do that? I understand you were drinking, but I mean, is it frustration? Do you think that seeing her reaction or her embarrassment or something like that was something that you were looking at?
I just think it was just for gratification.
Do you think it helped you sexually? Did it help arouse you that you were going to do this?
Just expose myself.
Yeah.
Perhaps. Yeah.
So there was a sexual aspect to doing it. It wasn't external. It wasn't that you were trying to hurt her.
No.
It was for yourself to help you with, like, arousal and how you felt sexually about it.
I would say that.
Okay. Did you use that story every time? Or did you use that story?
That was just.
Again, that was the one that you got arrested on. But there was other cases. Is it Independence?
Independence, yeah.
In Blue Springs, you mentioned.
I used to live in Blue Springs.
But you mentioned one of those. Is it Blue Springs or Liberty when you said you were by the dumpster?
It was outside of Liberty, and that was up next to South Sioux Street.
Is it Liberty County or is it Liberty City? But so there's one time, I guess accidentally because you're beat. So what happened in Independence? I understand that was another one where you were exposed yourself, but you were asking.
I can't remember, but yeah, guy had done something. I had pulled into a parking lot or whatever, pulled up by somebody and exposed myself. I guess I got, instead of get thrilled to shoot to expose myself, as sick as it is.
Well, look, so
I can't remember exactly where that was, but I know that it was.
But then,
Daniel had a documented history of assaulting women without their consent. He was a heavy drinker, and alcohol transformed him into someone else entirely. Yet, even in his drunken state, Daniel knew exactly what he was doing. In 1987, just 2 years after Tanya's murder, Daniel Wells was arrested for battery and witness tampering in Pensacola. He pleaded no contest to the battery charge. Then, in 1988, he was arrested for soliciting a prostitute. These weren't isolated incidents. They painted a disturbing picture of a man with a pattern of violence and misogyny. Beyond the documented cases, there were numerous other women who never came forward to report their encounters with Daniel. When detectives sensed Daniel was being deceptive, they confronted him directly with the DNA evidence.
Let me show you, Don. I mean, this is what she would look like if she had gone out.
Yeah. I don't know her.
Don't know her at all?
No.
Never. You have any contact with her?
Never.
Any idea what we're talking about yet?
No. I don't know what. I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Alright, okay, Chase. So that young lady that showed you a picture of,
right?
New Year's Eve 1984 going 1985. January 1st, early morning 1985.
Okay.
Was found dead on the side of a road. And I have the evidence that you're the one that's there. I have irrefutable evidence that you're there. I'm not doing all this on a guess. I'm doing all this
I don't.
on a hunch. Dan,
Yeah.
tell him you're there.
I wasn't there.
Do you watch TV? Son?
Yeah.
Watch any kind of crime shows or just news stories about crime or stuff like that? Cold case files, anything like that?
No.
You know about DNA?
Yeah.
DNA is actually just as positive, with not more positive fingerprints.
Right.
So, I can prove to literally 1 in 700 billion chances you were there. That's what we're asking. I'm not asking you, okay? We're not asking if you're there. Honestly.
I know. I mean, it doesn't.
It's been 35 years.
Yeah.
It's been 35 years. This is the first time you've probably talked to the police about this. I'm sure of that.
Yeah.
Right? Have you noticed anything unusual for the last couple of weeks?
No.
Nobody around you looks unusual, seeing a bunch of police cars for no reason, nothing like that.
Not like somebody was following you.
No.
What would happen?
The thing is that your DNA is at this site, right? On this person.
It is nobody else's except yours. There's no other explanation. Right? It can't be a possibility of somebody else's DNA. Your DNA is at this scene.
Dan, I get this is your life. This is probably freaking you out a little bit.
I just
right, but listen to me. There's a story here, right? And either you can choose to give that story about what happened, the chain of events that led to what ultimately happened as to why we're here. And you have a part to play in that. If you don't, it starts to look pretty bad as to why you're not explaining it.
I don't
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, I've never hurt anybody in my life. That's what's, I mean, I've had one night stands and stuff before, but it's like.
Have you had a one night stand?
DNA evidence is one of the most powerful tools in modern criminal investigation. Even the smallest biological trace can reveal a person's unique genetic profile. For the detectives, finding Daniel's DNA on Tanya's body was no coincidence. It proved he knew what had happened to Tanya on that fateful night.
You guys like on the name?
Dan,
it's like you went back to school days.
The only reason you're not telling us that you know who she is because you're afraid that somehow we'll find out that you're responsible for her death. We already know that you are.
That's no way. I said, just look, right? It's been 35 years ago, right? This has been 35 years that you haven't had to face this, right? And all of a sudden, one day you're at work, you run your work day, everything's fine, you're on your way home, all of a sudden you get pulled over an hour later in this room and we're telling you this. It's a shock. And totally normal human behavior to be defensive about it. Nobody wants to admit, much like you sat there for a while and didn't want to admit that you had exposed yourself and masturbated women. We had to go through this whole process where you're like, no, well, yeah. Well, I did a little bit while I was peeing. And she said something, and I said something. And was it? Oh, wait, no, there was another time. We went through that whole process with you, right? Right. We're starting it over again. But we're going to end up in the same place. Because we're not here by accident. I'm being honest with you. I don't really like playing games. Right? We've been doing this way too long. And I'm going to give you the information that you deserve to have. Right? So that you can make the right decision and tell your side of the story. Because I'm telling you, saying that you weren't there does not work. I can prove you were there. The question, the unknown is how it happened. what precipitated it? What were all the dynamics going on that led to that end result?
I can't answer that.
You not being there is not an acceptable answer because the evidence, the DNA, proves you were there without a doubt. This is going to make your rules spin, right?
No, it just blows me away. I don't understand. I'm really confused.
Well, maybe you'll be very confused too.
No, I don't know her. I've never met anybody.
I can believe you don't know her. Maybe you didn't know her beforehand. You something about that, and then unless you knew her that night. You knew her well.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't.
I'm going to paint a little bit of this picture for you here, okay? I've asked you about Elmcrest. Right?
Okay.
And so you're like, I don't know why. I don't know why I said Elmcrest. I have no idea. There's a blank hole here where I don't understand why in 1985 I would have told the police that I lived on Elmcrest. I have no idea. That's what you're going to say. The problem is, Elmcrest is like a half a mile away from where this happened. I don't consider that a coincidence. So now you don't remember living half a mile away or giving an address a half a mile away from where this happened. And now, even though I am telling you, just like I told you, you told the police down there you live on Elmcrest. And now I'm telling you the DNA proves that you were there, and you're just, I don't remember. I don't know. Then that's really not going to work for you. Because the scene, the evidence we have at the scene, paints a very ugly picture. This was not gentle. This was not an accident. And if you're going to let the evidence tell a story, it paints a very ugly picture. Your opportunity is to soften that. Because we understand there are other dynamics to go on. We're open to the fact because we've heard it time and time again. We don't go into anything with a closed mind because there's been too many times we go in thinking one thing and we walk out thinking something totally different because then we hear the other side of the story. That's how we operate from experience. I'm going to be honest with you, right? That's all I can do with you. My profession forces me to be honest. So I can be honest with you. But the evidence tells me you were there. What it doesn't say is how everything happened. And then there's also the concern if there's other things going on. Just like you're like, well, there was one incident where I was like, no, wait, there's one other incident where I didn't mess with me. Oh, wait, there's another incident where I'm asking. There's that concern also. Right. But we all have to work with each other. We're here to work with you. Okay? It's all about, this is your side of the story. This is all about you. And getting this out. But I can't put words in your mouth. I can't tell you what to say. You're the only one that can do that. And the problem is going to be if you start out, as you've already had on the little things, with denials and lies, it's going to dig your hole deeper. Because you're going to tell one lie, as you've already seen, we're going to call you on it. And then you're going to tell another lie to cover up the first lie. And then another lie to cover up the first and second. And it keeps continuing. Every time you tell that lie, it digs your hole a little bit deeper. And about 45 minutes from now, you're going to be sitting in that chair, feeling like you're in a very deep, dark hole. And then you're going to want to get out. And it might be too late. Don't dig that hole that deep. Door open. We're here to listen to your story. But I I cannot be any more honest with you that you were there.
I just don't understand.
Do you not believe me when I tell you that? We know you were there. Told you we were following you because we need DNA, right? So we have DNA from the scene. A week and a half, 2 weeks ago now, on your way into work, you threw a cigarette butt out the window.
It was a way, you're on your way up to a shop, I believe, on Halifax. And you're driving from the shop up Pace. And there may have been a police car behind you. And then all of a sudden that police car stops and blocks all traffic right behind you. Remember seeing that?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what you did just before that? You threw your cigarette butt out the window. And now it's in that police car.
There's 2 DLE agents right behind you.
We picked up that cigarette butt, we submitted it, it came back as a match.
Daniel's composure was crumbling, and detectives could see the weight of his secret bearing down on him. Despite this, Daniel continued to deny ever crossing paths with Tanya. But what the detectives presented next would force him to make a partial admission.
I don't know. Explain to me, Dan, explain to me how your DNA ends up with this girl.
I have, unless it was I had sex with her or something. I don't know, a one-night stand or something like that. But after that, I don't, have any recollection of anything.
Why would you not have? I mean, you lived in the area during this time, right?
I guess I did. I don't know.
I mean, this was a pretty big deal back then. Didn't hours about it. It's on the news.
I don't remember.
So how?
I mean, I'm just.
How can your DNA end up with her?
Unless we had sex, that's the only reason. I don't know.
I'm not asking unless. I'm not asking you to theorize. I'm asking you to tell me because you were there. How did your DNA end up with her?
I was with her, I guess. I was with her.
I guess, and I'm not trying to.
But I don't remember. I don't remember the name, the face means. I don't remember her.
Yeah.
But if you're in and out partying or something like that, I mean, it happened pretty regularly.
So, would you think, like we talked about earlier, that there's after 35 years, there's lots of things that are kind of vague in memories, except for the specific life events. Like in 1986, right? 1985, excuse me, when the space shuttle blew up. I know exactly where I was standing when I heard it. Because that's a significant event in my life, right? So you get significant events in your life that you remember exactly where you were,
right?
What you were doing when they happened. Don't you think that if you had sex with a girl, you were out partying New Year's Eve, you met a girl, you picked her up, you were in the car, right? You had sex with her, and then the next morning on the news, you find out she's dead. You remember that?
I was looking, yeah. Yeah, I remember it.
So that's the most.
I mean, I don't know. It's like I don't know.
That's the most innocent scenario I can give you.
Right. I don't.
Do you think there was a time that you were? I mean, back then, were you drinking so much that you have?
I don't remember. I don't forget. I mean, I had a good memory.
Right. So you remember if you had sex with a girl the next day, she was on a newspaper then. You didn't know who she was. You'd remember the next day when they put her picture in the paper 2 days later. Oh my God, I was just having sex with her 2 nights ago on New Year's Eve.
I guess I would remember if I'd seen it.
I'm just trying to throw some logical stuff there, Dan. I'm trying to help you out here because I'm telling you, the picture that this evidence paints is not one that you want to go out there without an explanation. There's room there to mitigate some of that evidence, right? There's room there to make it look better than it looks right now.
It looks horrible.
But I can't fill in the blanks for you.
Right.
I wasn't there. I was a junior in high school. And I was in Key West, Florida. I wasn't even here. So I can't fill in those blanks. You're the only one. Your son's in Arizona. 24 now. Stay in contact with him? Very good. That's hard to do sometimes. I got a son that's in the Air Force. Spent 2 years in Japan. Now he's in Biloxi, which is...
With Daniel showing signs of breaking, detectives shifted their strategy, steering the conversation toward his son. How the boy might view his father if the wrong narrative about that night became public. As they pressed on, Daniel began to crack.
The answers. And it may be terrible. And if it's terrible, and you went there just like the picture that I painted, that you lured this girl, you knocked her out, you dragged her into your car, and you went over here to the secluded spot, and you murdered her. I get it. Maybe in that case you don't want to tell me, because that doesn't help you. If there's something that happened, maybe you guys hit it off. Maybe your interaction with her was positive. Maybe she's somebody that you picked up, and maybe this is somebody you're thinking, hey, maybe this is going to be someone that I can have a relationship with. And then things went horribly, horribly wrong. Right? She may have some involvement in that. We don't know, because she can't tell us. The only person who can is you, and that's totally different. Those two scenarios are different. This guy's a monster. Right? This guy's a monster. He needs to go away forever. We've been down this road before. It's never as simple as people like to sensationalize. It never is. I've worked 18 of these. Every story is different, and none of them, I would say, maybe one or two monsters. The other ones are just regular people who got involved and caught up in bad situations and just escalated, got out of control and away from it, and they didn't know what to do. And they made a mistake.
We have sat in this room with monsters. Well, so we know. And we're not feeling that with you.
I'm not a monster.
But you don't really want to control this. You control the narrative on this.
I was with her. Stuff that I didn't give her a ride on. And there was a group of us. Because I guess she lived over in Scammers. With Bobby Hicks and a guy named Ralph James. They were with me. There was a group of people I went to school with that were there. And we did have sex in the parking lot. And other than that, well, no, actually, it was at the house. I guess that's where John introduced me.
Was at the house on Hillcrest?
I guess, yeah, that must have been Hillcrest. That's how I don't recall. But I would stay with him every now and then.
Was he out with you that night?
I don't know. But this is the guy they were. Came by the house. But they left with her.
What else would happen?
I had sex with her.
Where'd you meet her?
I guess it was one of those bars down there. There's named the bar, but
where?
It was at University Mall.
Was it Chance?
It wasn't a Chance. No, I can't remember. It was one of those bars. It wasn't Chance.
A little restaurant?
Oh, restaurant and a bar.
Yeah. So,
be very careful. Because, like we said before, you're minimizing, and I understand that you're doing a lot of guesses. I think, when in reality, you know.
Right.
I can already tell by the way you're acting that you almost feel relieved that you're telling some of the stuff because it's been bothering you. We hit that. 35 years you've been waiting for this day. And it's here now.
Right.
And it's hard. but you're going to get it off your chest. But you got to do it the right way, which is you remember the details.
Yeah.
So just tell us what happened. Tell us the details of what happened, and then we'll work through you with it. Don't create details.
I'm not.
So you don't. I mean, you don't have to go back and remember this. It's still there. See, so when you're thinking, you're trying to think of the best way to present it so that it looks great for you. And
No, it doesn't look great.
but you're trying to soften it. And I understand that. And we recognize that because we've done this for a very long time. But this is not the time to do that. You know, telling your wife why you were late, you know, that maybe you went out drinking with your buddies or something, that's the time to try to soften it up. Well, you know, this and that. This is not the time to do that. Because those details are still very bright in your mind. Because this is one of those defining moments in your life.
The guy that the circumstances happened to him, this guy over here, at some point he's got to stop lying. The monster keeps lying. He's going to throw bullshit out there. And you're going to try and throw bullshit at us. I get that. That happens all the time. It has to stop. I don't care if you told us something that's not true. It doesn't reflect on what we're doing as long as we get to what actually happened. Right? We've been through this hundreds of times with people. You've only been through this one time. Right? You're at a disadvantage as far as that goes. We know what you're doing and how you're thinking. We've seen it thousands of times. Right? You have some ability to craft your outcome, but you've got to be honest about what took place, right? You want people to understand what happened, and it's not, you're not that monster. You've got to explain your part in this.
The thing is, like I've told you, we ask questions we know answers to. We have evidence. Not only your DNA, we have other evidence, right? So when you tell your story, and we can counter it with evidence, it shows that you're not being honest, which reflects badly on you. Don't worry, we're going to call you out on it. So the best thing to do is just start at the beginning. Tell the truth, exactly what happened. Because every time you think, you say, I guess, or I think, it tells me that you're not being totally honest about that moment of the story. But there's no escape now except for the truth.
Right.
So start at the beginning.
I remember that her friends had left her, and she wanted a ride home. And we went by my house, and we had a few drinks and stuff, and it just escalated. From that, she I think I hit her in the head and knocked her out, and it was traumatic blow. And it killed her.
What happened that made it get out of control?
I think we just got kind of an argument. Something like that.
Was it about having sex?
No, she was willing to. We didn't wrap up with those guys. They stopped by real long, and they left. And
were you having sex with her?
Before, yeah.
And then she wanted to withdraw it, and that's what led to it? So like in the middle of it, did she want to stop?
No, we had consensual sex stuff, and knocked us. And
what happened that would make things get out of hand?
Was it something she said?
I don't know.
I mean, can we be real here? Did she comment on your sexual performance or something?
No. But it was.
Did she want to leave and you didn't want to leave yet?
Something like that. I know.
And here we go again. Well, we're trying to get you to stay.
I can't remember. I just know.
But you're the one that was there. So take nothing simple. You said you hit her in the head. What you hit her in the head with? Cutting board?
Yeah.
Wooden block cutting board. At your house. The one on Elmcrest? So, you were just staying up there with Pendergrass? And that's where this happened at. Was anyone else there?
Earlier there were. There's some guys there, but then it was later on in the evening and stuff like that. And
so Bobby and Ralph came over there while you were there with her? Had you already had sex with her then?
Once.
Once?
Yeah.
So then they came over, they hung out for a little bit with y'all, had some drinks, and then they left. And then you said
we got kind of into a little bit of an argument or whatever, and from drinking and stuff. It just kind of got out of hand.
So you thinking cutting board, you're in the kitchen arguing?
I was standing in the kitchen and shooting.
You had sex in the kitchen, right? And you said once, so there was a second time. Was it after you hit her?
Yes.
So you hit her, you said it was a fatal blow. She was unconscious at least. So then you had sex with her a second time while she was unconscious?
Not really sex, but I didn't.
You tried?
We had sex, and then it was like, I couldn't believe what had happened. And I couldn't get her to respond.
So you stopped? So what did you do then?
I just took her down the road.
I
took her down the road.
In what?
In my vehicle.
Which vehicle?
I think it was a Ford. I think it was my truck.
The same one that she got to take it in some point.
I was at that truck down there. That was a company.
So you think you had a pickup truck? Where'd you put it?
Start of the road.
I mean, in the truck. Bed, carry
passengers.
Did you wake up though?
When did check her pulse and all that stuff, and I was just freaked out.
Before or after you left her money?
Before.
How did you eventually kill her?
I think it's strangulation. I remember just getting into a big fight.
Okay. Where was she at when you strangled her? Was it on the place where you brought her to, or was it the house? What did you use?
Springs.
Now, you said that you had sex with her a second time after she was hurt?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to piece together the reason for you.
We were going to have a sex, we were making again. We did, and we kind of got into it a little bit.
So it was over one
She's like, there's I hit her with it.
There's indications that the sex would happen after she's unconscious too. So did you have sex with her after you hit her? You said
yeah.
Right.
I guess yeah.
So she wasn't a willing participant in that. But that's what the argument was about that led to that.
Second.
But then you realized she really was unconscious.
And that's like.
So you kind of lost interest at that point. Which was kind of annoying.
Yeah.
So it kind of made me think that maybe the argument was that you wanted sex again, she didn't want to. That led to the argument, that led to her slapping you, that led to you hitting her in the head, and then you had sex with her again. Did the strangulation occur after that sex or before?
Before?
Yeah. So hit her in the head, she gets out, you strangle her, and then you have sex with her again, at least partially. You try it. You're trying to have sex with her again, you realize, oh shit, she's really hurt. take her out, put her in a truck, you drive her around, and push her out and let her on the side of the road. Not like a burning truck. How about her? Does she have any other belongings with her? Does she have a purse?
I don't know if she had a purse or not. She might have had
Shoes?
Sure.
What'd you do with those?
I don't know. I don't remember.
When you had sex with her at the house, how the rest of the thing was it on the kitchen when it was? Or did you bring her back into the bedroom?
What'd you do about the blood? In the house. I mean, you cracked her head. It was big.
I just tried to clean up.
Was your buddy Pendergrass at his house? He wasn't there though? Where was he?
Out, I guess. Out for the night.
He's still out for the night. What time frame do you think you're talking about now?
Early morning. I would say. Like 4 o'clock or something. I can't be. I mean, it was New Year's Eve.
Where had you been before that?
I couldn't tell you.
You just ended up at the restaurant behind University Mall. But there by yourself, or you were in that way?
There's a group of people there.
Who else was with you?
This guy named Ralph James. James.
Bobby.
Yeah. Bobby Hicks.
They were both at the bar where you met this girl.
They
Did you ever talk to him? They came back by the house after you took her home. Then they stopped by before the fight happened. And then they left. You don't have sex a second time. There's an argument. Afterwards, did they see this?
Yeah, they were gone.
But did they see this in the paper and go to you and
never heard anything?
When you saw the paper, what happened? When you hadn't been looking for it.
You looked.
Yeah. I just saw it and I couldn't believe it.
How was your life in the months leading after this? Freaking out the whole time?
I was, yeah.
Did you ever
unaware?
Did you ever want to tell yourself?
Yeah.
There was somebody that actually made a phone call that was trying to take responsibility for this, right? They couldn't get it all out. It seemed like they were struggling. Do you remember making a phone call to somebody? Not about this? Writing a letter or anything?
Never. Did you ever help me? Never. I just kept it to myself. I was in denial. It's unbelievable because sometimes I would think that it was just like a dream or something. Because I've never heard anybody before. I mean, even growing up, fighting in school and stuff like that. It's just not my nature.
The detectives concluded the interrogation. Daniel was subsequently booked and charged with the murder of Tanya McKinley. Daniel Wells was held without bond at the Escambia County Jail. At his first court appearance, he pleaded not guilty. His arraignment was scheduled for early April 2020, and prosecutors were preparing to seek the harshest possible sentence. The evidence against him was overwhelming. DNA, genetic genealogy, and the cigarette butt. There was no question in anyone's mind that this case was heading straight to a conviction. But Daniel Wells never made it to trial. On the morning of April 2nd, 2020, just 15 days after his arrest, Daniel was found hanged in his cell. The Escambia County Sheriff's Office confirmed it was an apparent suicide. His first hearing had been scheduled for April 8th. He didn't even wait for the trial to begin.
back after the basketball games come on. I'm going Charlotte, and I'm going Suns to win.